Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. We are back today with another top 5 list, and today I am bringing you a roundup of my favorite training shoes right now. So I'm not saying these are the best shoes of all time or even the top shoes of the year, but 5 shoes that I have really been enjoying as I am coming off of the marathon and rebuilding fitness. So if you are interested in running shoes, getting better and getting after it, you're in the right place. And an even better place would be the Supwell app. So Supwell app is my app. It's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace for running shoes out there, and it's the best place to find deals on running shoes. So here's how it works. Somebody might get a shoe like this, the Nike Vomero Plus, put a run on it, it doesn't work for them, so they list it well below MSRP, and that's how you can pick up a great shoe that might retail for $180 or $200 for something like $100 or even under $100. We also have our community challenge going right now. It's included in the subscription and sign up cost. Every week we're posting one question. This week's question is, what's your why? Why do you run? And you answer that question, you'll get entered to win a prize. So we're giving away merch, we're going to be giving away shoes, and we're giving away motivation, most importantly. So if you want to save a few bucks on running gear or be part of the best gosh dang hobby jogger community out there, get in with us and enjoy today's video. Favorite training shoes right now. You already know my favorite race shoe is the Fast R3, so I thought I would highlight the 5 shoes that I'm using the most and have been enjoying the most. These are the shoes that, coming off my marathon in October, I've been reaching for a lot. So why don't we go from least expensive to most expensive? We can kick it off here with the shoe that I'm holding, TYR Maverick. So this is a non-plated daily trainer slash speed shoe, 8mm drop. It reminded me a lot of the Mega Blast, and the Mega Blast is not going to be on this list because I'm doing a list of my favorite shoes right now. I got that thing up to 200 miles. I put a ton of use on it for the last training block when I was going for that marathon. So I don't know, it just, things come and go out of the rotation. It's nice to switch it up. So this is a Mega Blast type of shoe. It doesn't feel as refined as the Mega Blast. It also doesn't feel as refined as one of the other shoes that I'm going to be putting on this list, and we'll highlight here in a second. And that other shoe actually started kind of eating its lunch, but this might be the best training deal on the market right now. You can often find it for around $100. It's a nice PIBA EVA blend foam, energetic ride. It feels really nice when you get it going. It reminds me of a daily trainer version of the Saucony Endorphin Elite OG. It's fast, it has a slightly harsh or firm feel, but when you get it going, the rocker is beautiful and encourages you to just pick up the pace and go. Now, it's not the most comfortable shoe, very similar to the Mega Blast. It lacks some with the plushness quotient, not very high. It's more of a firm, fun daily trainer. Oh, now there's bees coming out here. Is more of a firm, fun daily trainer or speed shoe than it is a max cushion recovery shoe. So for this one, I would think speed, more aggressive than something like the Nova Blast, not as comfortable as a Vomero Plus or a Mag Max type of shoe. TYR Maverick V1, and it's got the, bringing all the bees out. You see what I'm saying here? I'm not just lying. Let's get out of here. Oh gosh, all right. So that is the firm, fun daily trainer. Number 2 on the list of my 5 favorite shoes right now, we have the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. So this was a shoe that did not get a lot of use in my rotation when it first came out. It's a lower stack. It's about 35 in the back here, high 20s in the front. Very flexible, but it has this awesome bouncy aliphatic TPU version of the Nitro foam. It also does have a very narrow toe box. And somebody, my friend Janice, was asking me on the Supwell app today, where is a local running store near us in Charlotte that you can try on Pumas? Puma needs to work on this. They're not in a lot of local running stores, but a little breakdown for you. Mag Max, DVA Nitro Elite 3, Fast R3, Magnify Nitro. Those have okay toe boxes. Okay to fine. They're not going to be a huge issue. This one, Velocity Nitro and the DV8 Nitro, the training shoe, not the Nitro Elite, narrow. So this one and the DV8 Nitro, I would avoid if you have a wider foot. The other ones, you should be okay. But that's a breakdown of the narrow versus not narrow. But what this thing is great for, daily miles, one of the bounciest, most energetic foams out there, and giving something different in the rotation. The entire point of having a rotation, and one of the great things about being a tester, is I have a bunch of different shoes I can try. It varies the stress on the body. It reduces injury risk. Just like I was talking about yesterday in the hill sprints video, we want to vary the different types of runs we do. We also want to vary the different types of shoes we are using. So I love Max Cushion. I love comfortable shoes, but this is a lower stack shoe that offers a different feel. 10 millimeter drop, more flexibility, more ground feel and control. The one workout that is going to be the most optimal for something like this is a short, fast workout, whether you're doing 400 meter repeats, 200 meter repeats, or something like I was doing in it last week, hill sprints. It is such a fun shoe for hill sprints. So I've now done, I think I've done 3 rounds of hill sprints in this latest rebuild. I've done them in the Vaporfly, I've done them in this, and I've done them in the Rad. I did them in the Rad UFO yesterday. I think this was the best out of all those. Even better than the Vaporfly for the hill sprint. You get a lot of nice ground feel and control up at the front. It's easy to turn it over, and this foam just has a ton of pop, man. One of the peppiest foams out there. And with the Puma grip, it just grips the ground really nicely. So if you're looking for a hill sprint shoe, if you're looking for a winter training shoe, man, this is gonna be great with the Puma grip for the winter if you want something on the snow and the ice. Of course, there's no rubber that's gonna protect you from slipping on black ice, but if you're frequently going over snow or you're frequently going over areas that have a lot of muddy, mucked up terrain, this is gonna be a great pick. Again, it does fit on the narrower side, but a really fun daily option, and lightweight, lower stack, but packs a punch in terms of the protection. I think I've taken this up to 10 miles. Yeah, the hill sprints workout, I believe, was 10 miles, no issue. So I have no problem taking this 60 minutes, 90 minutes. I'm sure you could even do long runs in it. Not my first choice, but a really nice option for a 10 millimeter drop daily trainer with a more traditional feel. All right, this is 140, right? Yeah, this is 140. Moving up in price, little curveball here. This is not, people aren't gonna expect this. But my 5th favorite training shoe right now, not actually a running shoe. I've only run in this one time, but bang, New Balance Morphe 6. So I thought I'd give this a shout on the favorites list because, yeah, you can look at this here. I've been using this, look, it's dirty. We got some grass on here. I've been using this nearly every day. It's the shoe that I use to drop the kids off to school when I'm getting yelled at by the upper class 1% citizens who view me as a beneath the ground peasant. It's the shoe that I've been using for walking around the neighborhood with Roni anytime I'm driving over to USPS to do the merch drop off. So hold on. Oh man, I said lights, camera, action. I didn't do my checklist today, but thankfully the cores were plugged in. It's a very comfortable shoe, man. This is one of the most comfortable shoes. This might be the most comfortable shoe of 2025. It's my favorite shoe for casual use right now. It just coddles the feet. Charlie has a pair as well. I got her the white and gold colorway. She's been loving it. She was a huge fan of the Morphe 5. And this is a great replacement for that. I think the Morphe 5 was slightly softer, but it has enough width here to be decently stable. It has a ton of foam. It's just Max Cushion gang, man. I do not like this for running, especially now that I've been in a slightly faster cycle. And even when I was in a slower cycle over the summer, I did a recovery run in this, and man, it just felt so hard to turn over the legs. But for walking, for casual use, for whatever you need to do, going to the store, picking your kids up, this is a great shoe. If you want the most comfortable shoe on your foot when you are not running, especially if you're doing a lot of high mileage training or a lot of workouts, this is a great pick, man. I cannot recommend this enough. Sometimes though, it's just these shoes, they don't hit for what we actually think they're gonna hit for. For example, Barrett last night, he posted this on the Supwell app. He posted the question, what is a shoe that you love for something else than it was intended to be used for? And he highlighted the Cielo X1 2.0. He was saying he uses that as a daily trainer. Meanwhile, it's actually supposed to be a race shoe. And a bunch of people echoed that, saying, yeah, Cielo, it's not a great shoe for my top end speeds, but I like it for steady and everyday paces. Similarly, this is supposed to be a daily trainer or a Max Cushion shoe. It's designed for jogging at least. Maybe they've nudged it closer to the walking camp. I actually did hear that they maybe wanted this to be more of that nurse shoe to compete with the Bandais and the Ons of the world. And for that, it is great. So regardless of what the intended purpose was, one of the best walking and casual shoes out there. I've been loving it. I replaced the Nimbus 27 TR because that was my shoe for most of the late summer to the fall, and I just beat the heck out of that. I wear pretty hard on my casual shoes, which is why I don't mix the business review shoes with the casual shoes, because I'll just really wear and tear on the casual shoes because I'm going to the park, I'm running around the yard and everything. And the Nimbus TR, it just feels flat now because I wore it every day for probably 3 months and I beat down those shoes. So that's something I've noticed too, just the difference between putting 100 miles on a shoe when I use these shoes just for running, right? I film a video, I lace up the shoes, I take them off right after the video is done, versus using a shoe for everyday purposes. The shoes just go a lot quicker, even if the mileage isn't as high. Just standing on them all the time, wearing them all the time, you put more wear and tear on them. So that is the More V6. I think it's $155 or $160. One of the most comfortable shoes of all time. All right, moving up. This is a fun one, man. This has probably been my favorite shoe of the rebuild here. Probably my favorite shoe post Bay State Marathon. Nike Vomero Plus. So this is my second pair of them. I was gifted this pair, not by Nike, but by my boss at work. We got matching pairs because we won some pitch or hit some, I forget exactly what it was. We hit some target, I think, and so everyone on my team got a pair. The associate on my team, she's Gen Z, so she decided not to get the Vomero Plus because this is the thing about Gen Z. They don't like max cushion shoes. They don't like normal looking socks. They don't like clothes that fit the right way. They need low stack shoes. They need socks that hit at a weird point of the ankle. And then all the clothes, if it's a shirt or something, it has to be too small. And if it's pants, it has to be too big. So my associate, instead of getting this, she went with the Nike Vomero 5, which is an outdated shoe that's intentionally less comfortable and less modern looking than this. I don't get it, but I'm just a washed millennial unk. Vomero Plus. Faster daily miles. That's where this thing thrives. Not as fast as something like the Maverick or the Velocity Nitro, but not a recovery shoe. And a lot of people have echoed this, except if you're putting a ton of force down, if you consider yourself a bigger runner. I've heard some bigger runners say that they like this more as a daily or a recovery shoe. But for me, when I'm getting down to 7 flat, 710, 720, this has just been so fun, so energetic. The protection to weight ratio is great. It just feels like an absolute tank, man. There's no ground feel at all. You get a ton of foam. And even with my last pair, I was saying, man, at its worst, this is a decently lightweight shoe with the top slab of foam, right? At its worst. So how bad could that be? And at its best, it's a really fun, almost super blast type of shoe that's great for long miles, gives you a ton of energy back, and it's just been fun to run in. So it's not a shoe that I've found can work super well for a bunch of things, but for faster zone 2, any of these days where we're just getting it going, it's been great. I've been using this as my #1 pick for afternoon doubles. In the cycle, I've been doing slightly shorter afternoon runs, 4-mile runs. I've been trying to keep the frequency up more because I'm still doing 100 miles per week, but doing it more through just consistent, similar mileage days, which allows me to do shorter runs in the afternoon, which is nice. And this has been great, man. The bounce, the protection, the lightweight, easy to turn over. I do have to say, super disappointing. I showed this the other day, but I did have that lace issue. I'm planning to do a little MacGyver fix. I'll keep you updated on that, where I'm just gonna cut a hole in here, make my own eyelet. Shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it's just disappointing that this is happening on a lot of people's shoes. Somebody told me that they actually snapped a pair when they were trying it on in store, and then they ended up just putting the shoe back and walking out of the store. That doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you a slightly bad person. Yeah, disappointing. I did run in it yesterday though, so I don't know if it's happening in the same spot for everybody, but for me, it happened in the spot right where this little tongue eye hole is, or tongue lace hole is. So if you look here, you can just, hold on. Yeah, you can just skip that hole. So that's what I did yesterday. Lockdown isn't as great, but I don't know, for a 30-minute run, it was fine. It doesn't completely alter the shoe and everything, and hopefully I'll be able to give it a fix here. And by the way, rubber seems to be holding up pretty well. I actually don't know the mileage on this, but overall, great shoe, man. Vomero Plus. I'm glad I gave this another shot. And this is the thing about shoes and why I do these favorite shoes right now. It can change based on our mileage, based on what we're training for, based on the other shoes that we're running in, based on how we feel, based on our freshness. Right? So a shoe that might have felt great in January could feel terrible in November, vice versa. And also another reason I do these is because different things just come out. Some of these are newer releases like the Vomero Plus and the shoe I'm about to highlight. Some of these are older releases that I came back to, like the More V6, not that I'm using it for running, and the Velocity Nitro. So some of my favorite shoes depend on the type of training I'm doing, what I'm looking for, and also the different reference points I have and what has released. All right, last shoe here. This is a shoe that I've been loving. $200. I said I was going from least expensive to most expensive. Vomero Plus is $180. Hopefully, we'll be able to see some outlet deals soon. And I've already seen some things pop up on the Vomero Plus for $140 and I think even below. But number 5 favorite shoe right now, Rad. Bang. Rad UFO, man. This thing is an absolute banger. This is a monster. This is what I did my tempo run in this morning, dude. It is fast, it is fun, and it is comfortable. This is, man, I don't know if I can, we're in the dark again. Hold on. Bang. Yeah, I don't know if I can put it on the same exact tier with the Mega Blast just because I got 200 miles with that shoe. That shoe is Grammy nominated. But in terms of what the Mega Blast was delivering to me and in terms of what this is delivering to me now, very similar. Man, very similar. So I did a tempo run this morning, finished the last mile at half marathon pace, 5:26, and it felt amazing. Now, the speed assistance in it, and this is something I was feeling during that run too, I was just noticing my heart rate was a lot higher at those paces than it was even in my race on Saturday. And I was thinking, man, partially is it because I'm on the hills out here? Well, the race was on the hills. Is it because maybe I'm tired or just not as recovered? But I think another part of it too is comparing running a 5:40 or 5:30 pace in a race shoe versus a training shoe. Yeah, this is not going to be as efficient as the training or the race shoe. But the comfort, man, I don't feel as torn up running in something like this or the Maverick as I do the Fast R3, right? The pounding isn't going to be as much because you get more impact absorption. So in terms of a versatile training shoe, this might be one of the best out there. A do-it-all shoe, up there with the Hyperion Max 3, up there with the Mega Blast, better than the Evo SL. I prefer this to the Evo SL because the things that I look for out of shoes. One of the reasons I like the Vomero Plus so much right now is because, yeah, it's fast and it's bouncy when I want it to be, but it's very comfortable. All these shoes, other than the Maverick, are comfortable, but I have a preference for comfortable shoes. The Evo SL is not very comfortable. With this, you get a lot of padding on the tongue. The upper is put together really well. You get padding around the back. Overall, banger of a foam here, dual foam PIBA, and it does lean to be a faster shoe. So I haven't done any true recovery runs in it, but everything from daily miles all the way down to hill sprints. Again, yesterday I did my hill sprints workout in this. So I've done steady runs, I've now done half marathon pace, I've done strides, and I've done hill sprints. And on the strides and hill sprints, it is very quick. The Velocity Nitro has slightly more control and a slightly nimbler feel up there, but man, this is very close and might even be as fast as the Evo SL. Not as fast as a race shoe, but anything that you are losing in terms of the speed when it comes to comparing it to the race shoe, you're getting back in terms of the comfort and versatility. So I still need to take this for a 20-mile long run, but in terms of what I'm doing with my training right now, faster daily miles, just having fun with it, doing shorter afternoon runs, this has been a champ. So my 2 favorites out of this group right here, if I could only pick 2 of them right now, and the ones that I've mainly been running in right now, these two. And again, this is not to say the Mega Blast is trash now, or the Aero Goat is trash now, or the Mag Max is trash now, or any of the shoes that I've liked before is trash, but this is just what I'm running in right now. It's nice to switch it up, and especially because I do get all these new shoes, it's nice to put miles on something fresh versus a shoe that has 200 plus miles. So there you go, 5 favorite shoes right now, mid-late November 2025. Let me know what you are rocking with. Let me know what your rotation is. I appreciate you, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video.